Hello and welcome to Negative Feedback. First of all, I'd like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you're in need of a website, a domain or an online store, make your next move with Squarespace. So this episode we're going to be shooting some Cinestill, and Cinestill is basically a Kodak motion picture film which has been modified to be able to be developed at any normal photo lab. So it's pretty cool, it's got some wild colours. This one is very high speed, there's also one which is built for daylight balance. So let's give them both a try out. So the first film I'm going to be shooting is the Cinestill 50 Daylight, which is pretty low speed, but we've got a great day for it. It's really sunny and bright here, and this one is daylight balanced as opposed to the 800, which is tungsten balanced. So we thought it'd be good to try this out whilst it's still light, and then maybe move over when it gets a bit darker or we go inside. The camera I'm going to be using to shoot it on is a Yashica T5, which is just a standard point and shoot, and the whole idea of what I'm taking photos of today, I guess, is just walking around doing my daily business and just a camera that I can carry with me and see what photos I take, I guess. Strike, it's so far away. As wise man Eric Kim once said, you have to work the scene. One more. But where is it? It's here. This is it. This is the one. Money shot. Moolah. Young money. England! They don't care. Got the bokeh shot. Oh! Use it later. So as I said, these photos would be the kind of just getting up to a normal day and just carrying around and seeing how the film does that. So, we have come rock climbing with Dan, Charlie, Aslan, and Lily. So we're just about to change the film to the 800T, so I thought it'd be good to take a photo on the 50 and then take the same photo on the 800T so we could show an exact comparison of how it renders the different white balances and scenes and ISO and etc. So I'm going to take a photo of Charlie. So after climbing, we went back to Aslan's for a bit of barbecue and just hung out and continued to take photos. I decided to load up some of the medium format 800T to have a go with my Pentax 6.7, and then we ate a giant steak. And as all this was happening, the sun was getting lower, which definitely showed off the usefulness of 800 ISO. It's quite unusual to be shooting film handheld in that kind of level of brightness and time of day. So I guess it would be nice to give some sort of conclusion on my thoughts on the film. So the first thing that really stands out to me is the red halations you get in the bright areas of the images like light sources. And that is all from the removal of the remjet layer, which would stop the halations normally in motion picture film, but because it's been removed already to help you develop it normally, this happens. It's kind of something you can't get rid of, so in future I'd probably try and not take photos that have bright lights in, or if you do, just bear in mind that this is going to happen. It's not the end of the world, but it's something that personally I'm not too fond of. However, that is pretty much the only thing that I do dislike. The film has lovely colours and tones and a really nice amount of grain considering it's 800 ISO. I mean, the 50 ISO obviously is very non-apparent in grain, but 800 is great for 800. And what I think this is really nice for is a different look. Like, everyone shoots Portra and Fuji Pro 400H all the time, and it's quite nice to have a refreshing kind of different film to shoot. I know there are the other ones that are slightly cheaper, but so many people use Portra for portraits, so it's nice to have this kind of different balance of tones. So I could definitely see myself shooting this again, and already I have actually loaded some up in my T5, so I like it, it's good. So just before we finish, I'd like to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring this video and making all this content possible. If you're in need of a website to display your photographic portfolio, or anything, definitely check them out. It's a really easy one-stop shop to building a website. And you can get 10% off if you use the code negativefeedback, so why not give it a go? So, thank you very much for watching. I'm sure we'll be back with another video soon, and goodbye.